I got some of these blue ones. Oh, you got one.
All right. Let's see. Are we live?
Are we live?
We are.
Were you watching our own live stream right now?
Yeah, I've got to pull it up so I can check for comments.
Oh, so it doesn't like pop up on the screen?
We will. Yeah, they will pop up too. I hope. Right.
That cup is awesome.
Yeah, the tumbler.
The Napa Walker, baby.
Yeah, it's probably seen better days. All right, let's play this amp a little bit. It's very Billy Gibbons. So far, that's just the dirty channel there. I do have a little reverb going on, just on the pedal board. Yeah, no other pedals than that. All the gain is from the amp. Extra gain to it, so it's just a tube screamer.
Yeah, just put it over the edge just a little bit, huh?
And then this is that this is the Walrus Audio overdrive. So that one's a little less mid boost. So
Yeah. That tube screamer's getting into feedback territory. It sounds really good, man.
It will. It'll get wild.
Where's the gain set out on the amp?
The gain on the amp is at 6. So, and we're gonna ramp it up all the way here in a minute. So, hey everybody, it's Justin Fox with Mojotone, and we're here at the Mojo Dojo in the secret bunker, the guitar dungeon, and we're messing around with the Studio One today. This is a Mojotone kit amp. You can build it yourself. It is 1 watt of ferocious tube power, all hand wired. We have a Tweed Princeton here that's actually Adam's. This is Adam Carswell, good friend of mine.
How y'all doing?
Fellow Mojotone gear user and resident guitar player around here in Wilmington, North Carolina. Also works at a shop here called Guitar Pickers. So if you're ever in Wilmington, North Carolina, you can check them out. They're on Carr Avenue here in Wilmington, North Carolina. And they are very good supporters for Mojotone. So.
Yep, we love the stuff, for sure.
So this is a Tweed Princeton that Adam had built. He chose the custom option, which is always an option when it comes to our cabinets, at least. When it comes to baffles, you have a couple options. We're not doing full custom builds right now, but we still have customization options, which you can check out on mojotone.com. So he did a Tweed Princeton kit with a 12-inch baffle, and we didn't know if it was going to fit. It was it was kind of a question.
It's pretty tight.
It is, but it created an unwieldy beast.
It's the loudest 5-watt amp I've ever heard.
Yeah, so this amp is 5 watts, and it's still very loud. So what we thought we would showcase today is the 1 watt Studio One. So let's do a quick little listen through of some of the tones you can get about this out of this amp, and then I'm going to let Adam play a little bit, and we're going to go through some more settings. I'm just going to do a simple rundown first. And I've got some specs here, too, on Adam's phone, and so if you guys have any questions, just let us know. We're going to have some fun here. So let's go back to the clean channel first. So.
Yeah.
So you have your clean channel here. Very straightforward. Just have a volume and a tone. Now this kit does come with a foot switch. So when you get it all built out, you can plug in your foot switch there, and you can switch between clean and dirty, which is always cool, especially if you're brave enough to use one of these in a live setting. All you need is good PA.
Just throw a mic in front of it, man.
Throw a mic in front of it, and that way your drummer loves you. And your bass player and the sound man. Everybody in your band will love you, which is rare in a band. So on the clean channel, we just have volume and tone. So very, very much like the Tweed Princeton, you know?
Yeah.
And on the clean channel, I'll show you in a minute when we switch Adam over to it. You can go from start clean all the way to a kind of driven sound on the clean side, because obviously you're only working with 1 watt here. I've got it right at noon right now. So with humbuckers, we're still...
Nice. I've never played this amp. I don't know anything about it, by the way, so I'm learning today.
Yeah, we thought it would be fun to just have... Adam's asked me a few times, what's that Studio One all about? And so I called him last night, and I said, hey, why don't you come join me on this live stream, and you can learn about the Studio One in real time. But it's got it's a very balanced, clean tone. Now, if I put everything, this is just everything straight up on the clean side. And that's how I'll leave it until we let Adam play a little bit. But here's the neck pickup. Well, got to turn the volume up. Then it'll work. It's nice and mellow. I kind of dig that.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
So like I said, I do have a little reverb going through the amp. So if you don't have the foot switch hooked up, which we don't right now, you simply pull out the volume knob. The very last knob, it just says volume. You just pull out, and you're on the drive channel. And that's all amp.
Pretty mean. Definitely rock and roll. Curious, cut the reverb off.
Cut the reverb off. So this is just dry here.
I love those behind the nut bends. It's always fun.
Yeah, that's really dangerous on a Gibson, because you know this guitar's got to be out of tune now. There's no doubt. The power of this SG, this is a special one though, let's see. Still in tune, my baby.
Sounds good.
It's because I've probably played 500 shows on this guitar. It's beat up at this point.
Yeah, it's a nice color on those tuners. You probably can't tell it on the video, but
Yeah, that's not from my cigarette smoke exhalation, because I don't smoke, but there's been plenty of others blowing out on there. Actually, I'm just kidding. These are actually the Mojotone Goto aged.
oh, see, I didn't even know that.
So yeah, we sell these on the Mojotone website too.
They look awesome.
They're a really great replacement for the stock ones, because they just have a better color on an older guitar. I actually really like them all. I've got a set on one of my vintage SGs too, but that color to me looks way more like an older one. So it's always been nice to look more accurate in my nerd realm. So all right, so I'm gonna switch chords over here. I'm gonna hand Adam the guitar chord and let him try this amp out, and we'll go through a couple settings. We got basically a full pedal board at our disposal. Just to run that down real quick, we have a Strymon Lex for rotary, slow and fast. We have a Keeley Monterey, which can give us some octave, fuzz, and rotary sounds, and also univibe type sounds. We have a Canary Saurus Clean Boost So I'd like to see how it reacts to that, especially on the drive channel if you just wanted to like use the amp with just a boost pedal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, hit it on the top.
We got an Ibanez Tube Screamer, and we have a Walrus Audio Projector, 385, and we have a delay pedal, a flashback delay, and then finally the Hall of Fame reverb, which we have off right now. We're going into the system through a 2 Notes Captor X. It's the 8 ohm model. So we have the Studio One set at 8 ohms, but you also have the option for 4 or 16 on this amp as well. And the good thing is you have multiple speaker outputs on the back. I believe you have 2 8 ohm outputs, 1 4 and 1 16. So it's kind of cool. So lots of speaker options available for, to use with this. So here I'm going to hit my tuner, and I'm going to switch over to you, man. You want to start on clean or dirty?
Well, I guess we got to start it on the clean one. I really want to play the dirty channel, but
we'll do this in layers.
Yeah.
All right. Pop that tuner real quick. Yeah. Is it in tune? That's always a question. The reason I ask is because I was messing with that guitar last night. Yeah. All right.
But we got to put the reverb back on for the clean sound.
Yeah.
Though.
On the bridge pickup.
Oh yeah, gotta play the bridge pickup on the Telecaster. We take it through the other ones though. So you got a 4-way switch on this thing. So
yeah, so on that guitar, well, actually, there's a couple cool things about this guitar. The way Fender set it up, you have this is a no-load tone pot, so when it's all the way up, you'll feel it kind of click. So it takes it out of the circuit.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like when you have an Esquire. All the way, all the way back. That's kind of the setting right there. It would be. So then you have neck and bridge, and then you have just the neck, and then neck and bridge.
Oh yeah, that's some output
series
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's running them in
awesome.
series. So basically, it's a 3-way with an extra setting. So we can go over the specs of this real quick.
It's unlocked. You just gotta.
Oh, okay. Adam is not concerned about security.
I mean, if you want to know what I think, you just gotta ask.
Okay, so let me do a quick rundown of the specs before we let Adam do a playthrough on this. So this is an all-tube design. You're going to get around 1 watt of output power on this. The circuit is on the Mojotone website. It describes it as a blend of a 5E3 and a JCM 800. So we're kind of getting a Tweed Deluxe style circuit out of the clean channel.
Right.
It's cathode biased. It's going to take you around, if you're experienced with building, it's going to take you around 5 hours to build. What you end up with is the chassis. Now this chassis will fit in any British small box head that we have, or you can do a custom head for it, or you can make your own box for it. It's kind of up to you. If you're buying a kit on the site and you want a cabinet, you can click the cabinets option and see what may be available for the amp. We got 12AX7, two 12AX7 preamp tubes with one 12AY7, so 3 preamp tubes, and then our output tubes are 12BH7s. If you've ever heard of those, then you might know more about tubes than me. It's a very unique tube for that. Solid state rectification on this. Obviously, it's going to keep it nice and tight. And you're basically gonna get this together, use it in your home studio, use it live. It works great, obviously, with the 2 notes. And it's just a really fun amp, man. So let's do a little tone rundown here and let Adam play on it a little bit.
Sweet.
What would you like to hear first?
In regards to what?
You want to keep it on the clean and hear a couple pedals, or you want to?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Let's play a little bit. Let's sweep the tone from all the way down, all the way up.
Okay.
So we can hear how bright it is. All the way down. You ready?
All the way down. Okay.
This is the tone all the way down.
That's all the way down. That's still pretty usable. I thought we would, just be in the mud at that point. It's nice and mellow.
Yeah, I do like that. I'll sweep it back up to halfway. All right, so that's dead noon right there.
Ooh, yeah, that's the spot.
It definitely reminds me of your Tweed Princeton.
Yeah, me too, man. It's cool. It's like having a Tweed Princeton, but this one's not too loud.
So
Play at your house.
Let's run it. This is 3/4 of the way up right here, so this should be a little brighter. Do that on the bridge pickup.
Oh, yeah.
So you can almost get that country grind with this amp too.
Yeah, you know I love that country grind stuff.
Actually, let's do that one more time, but let me put a little slappy delay on it.
Oh, yeah. Let's do a little slap delay. It's got some modulation on it too. All right, so you want that rhythm part?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So, you know, when you start applying these different layers and textures to this amp, you start looking at it more as like what it really is intended to be, as a tool, you know, and it's a usable tool. It's not. I think some of the people that I was talking to about this amp before were like, you know, what can you do with 1 watt? Like, that's cool in thought, but is it actually applicable? And I think it is.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, I mean.
And just as a reference, I've got the 2 notes set to low wattage mode, which is like the what's it called? Oh yeah, high or low. So I've got it on high sensitivity, and or actually I've got it on low, so it's for lower wattage amps. But I still only have the master at like 3 out of 10. So the amp can put out volume. So let's run the volume.
Well, while we're talking about that, you know, in terms of if you were to put it into a cabinet, I mean. Can it drive a 412 cabinet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can drive a 412.
If you're taking a 412 to your gig.
It really sounds awesome with a 412, especially on the drive channel.
That's cool.
We did a video. There's a Mojo video on our YouTube from a few years ago where the Studio One went in the Red Room recording studio with a JCM 800 or JCM 900. They went head to head and then equalized the tracks, and they were very, very similar. So, but it was definitely able to push a 412, and that may be the way to go. And just you can do 50 of those, and you know, 50 412s and 50 Studio Ones. That would be formidable.
Yeah, that's pretty practical rig too.
Hey, let me push that tone all the way up and just hear it. So this is all the way up on the brightness. I think 6 is the sweet spot.
I like it bright, man. Turn it back up just a little bit.
Here, we'll go back to 3/4. I think you liked it.
Yeah, I think that's like a good happy medium for my taste.
All right, look, I'm taking the volume down to bedroom. So that's pushing the amp only to about 2 right there. So you just keep playing. And I'm gonna run the volume all the way up, so we're gonna see what kind of sweep we get here. No, that's the clean channel all the way up.
Oh wow, yeah, hey. I mean, you're getting there. That's definitely a little bit more than on.
And now tell me this isn't reminiscent of your tweed. This is everything all the way up on the clean side.
Yeah, man. I mean, it rocks on the clean channel. That's cool.
And here's with a dry pedal on the clean side.
Which pedal was that? The tube screamer?
Yes, that was giving you that mid.
What about the walrus? Is a little bit lighter. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, man, that sounds really good. We're definitely getting into dirty territory, so I guess we might as well try out the dirty channel.
Yeah, now with that being said, here's what I want to do. Let's flip it over to the dirty channel, but I'm going to take the gain down a little bit.
Okay.
And we'll go through. So as with before, I'm going to have everything. This is everything straight up.
Okay.
We're going to launch. Master back up, back to the. I think that's a great driven rhythm tone right there.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Where are we at on the gain channel? You've got full 3-band EQ, right?
Yes, I put everything to noon. Typically, I would probably, depending on what sound I was going for, might jack that bass up a little bit, treble and jack the mids and bass, and then you're going to get that tube screamer-esque type rock tone right there.
One thing I noticed immediately, he's definitely is very touch responsive.
The touch response is there. And here's another thing to consider too. At this amount of power, 1 watt, the one area that I really feel the circuit excels at is getting you to that gain spot without the flubby bass. There's no bass fart, if you want to call it that.
Oh yeah, no one likes a bass fart.
Well, sometimes the bass fart, if you're going for that, it's cool if you want the rumbly bass, but there's none of that fizz. The fizz has been engineered out. You can get there, but it's a nice gain band on the way. So, and then let's run the treble up just a little bit more. That was with the gain on 4. Now we're going to ramp it up to 6.
Yeah. We got anybody on there? Where are we at on the gain here? Oh yeah, we're only at like just a little bit above 6, like right around 2 o'clock.
Okay, so.
And that's with a telly.
That's with a Telecaster, yeah. And they're not quiet coils, obviously.
Yeah.
Now, I do have a gate set up on the 2 notes, so if you take your hand off, so if you make enough noise, I thought I might have turned it off, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I did turn it. I remember I did turn it off, actually. Okay, so let's turn the gain all the way up.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, we gotta get rid of that reverb, though.
Yeah.
We're gonna go full gain.
Oh, I was gonna go touching you. So that's the sweep of the treble there. Look at that scooped sound.
Yeah.
But here's what's interesting though. I can run this bass pretty high and you're still gonna have tight bass response. You hear the low E? It's not. I am Iron Man.
Obviously, sustain for days.
Sustain
You got
City.
the gain that high.
Yeah, let me take a couple.
Yeah, man, take it. Let's take
Let me
it.
take a couple runs on that baby. I want to look at some pedals. Also, I want to hear some humbucker action.
Sweet.
We'll probably jam on this thing. Can you hang out another 10 minutes or so?
Yeah, for sure.
So let me ask you this before we play some more.
Uh-huh.
For you, okay, you have
Oops.
you have probably most varieties of amp wattage that anybody would need, right?
Oh yeah.
So you've got the 5 water, you've got the Pro Reverb, that's 50 watts.
Yep. I've got a deluxe.
Deluxe reverb. You've got 2 Princeton reverbs.
Well, technically I have 3 if you count the tweed.
Well,
Different,
yeah.
different
Tweed
flavor, but
Princeton.
yeah.
And you've got 2 Quidley amps, right? Or you just have one?
I just have the one, yeah.
Okay. So you have everything ranging from 5.
Oh, and I got the Silvertone 1484. That thing is a monster. I don't even know. It says it's 60 watts, but I don't know if it's that loud.
It's yeah, I don't even know how the cabinet handles the sound that amp puts out.
Yeah, it'll hurt you.
But in your experience, you know, all those amps, I would say all those amps are specialists for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Besides the Quidley, which is a boutique amp.
Right.
And the Quidley has a 8-watt mode, which is very usable.
Yes.
And you haven't heard this live, but I think this could be used not only in the studio, but I'm 100% sure it could be used live.
Yeah, I mean, you know, in the days of modern PAs and the way that people do gigs now, you know, I mostly take out my Princeton reverb, and usually the sound guy's kind of mad at me if I turn it up even as loud as 4.
Yeah, and you can't even gig with this.
Well,
This is too much of a monster.
I'd find a way. But yeah, it's very loud.
I wanted to crank it up today, but I'm kind of having fun on the Studio One.
Yeah, I'm into this amp.
But the Tweed Princeton is a great option too if you want something a little bit more classic, and obviously we offer that kit at Mojotone as well. One thing I want to do is I want to try to layer some gain on this and see if we can kind of take it into a wildebeest territory. Sure. Do you know? Are you familiar with wildebeest?
Like in The Lion King?
Yeah.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
okay.
We can go there.
Man, one thing that I think is super cool while you're tuning that thing up, I mean, you can see this Tweed Princeton back here. I mean, it looks awesome, man. It looks very, very classic, very true to the amp that it was designed after. And, you know, same thing with the Studio One.
It has a classic look
Very classic look.
in a modern package, and I like that. You have the indicator light too. So if you are using it on stage or even in the studio for a part, and you switch over, you see that light come on when you're clean, so you know.
The green amp jewel definitely makes it pop.
Yeah, and you can do whatever color you want on that. You could put purple, blue. We have the white light that's like cloudy white. You seen that one?
Yeah, I have.
Call that the cloud jewel. Kind of looks like diamonds dripping.
Got that drip.
Dripping with diamonds, yeah. Okay, so let's do this.
Stoner rock territory there.
Oh, we can go further. Let's just wick the gain all the way up.
Man, you know I'm a big fan of Telecasters and Teleplan and all that stuff, but something about the JCM style amps, you put the humbuckers in front of it.
Oh yeah.
It's just so rock and roll, man.
So look, so this is just the amp, but this is if you decide to use like a clone, like a clean boost, right?
Wow. That's on. Now play it off.
It just kind of bumps everything up a notch. Now, one thing we haven't talked about, I'm going to tune back up in a minute.
Fuzz.
Before we get to the fuzz, though, let's double layer some gain.
Oh, this
All Isn't that just kind of why we play guitar sometimes, just to do that?
Oh, yeah. All the cool stuff.
So yeah. So wicking that gain all the way up, obviously with fluorescent lights, you're gonna get a little bit of noise there, but for the most part, man, that was gainy.
Yes, it was very nasty.
We could have washed a load of clothes with that. That was enough gain for the whole laundromat right there, baby. Let me tune back up and we'll. Now you said you want to hear the fuzz?
Yeah, I think, in the spirit of what that amp is kind of modeled after sound-wise, you got to do something with some fuzz on it.
Let's see.
Especially since we're
If you can get that fanny like. Yeah, I like that rotor. That's the rotary with the high octave.
I traded you that pedal. I kind of want it back now.
Oh yeah, You wanted this pedal back the moment you traded it to me.
No, I'm good.
So last thing, I want to go back to the clean channel, and I want to talk about using the rotary with it, the Lex, and also just hearing some clean tones with humbuckers. And I think we'll wrap it up on that and let you get back to your Sunday.
Sweet. Man, it's been fun. Thanks for having me. Let's hear some more stuff before we got to get out of here.
All right, I'm going to ramp, just because we're using humbuckers, I'm going to ramp the treble up to about 6, 7. And I'm also going to turn my tone up.
That'd be a good idea.
So this is the neck pickup on the clean side with the humbucker. Speed. I'm going to turn the gain to there. I dig that.
I really dig that. It reminds me, some old school blues stuff.
Slow it down. See, that'd be cool for like like a nice rhythm section, and then you can use your 2-screamer for your lead.
It's very, very subtle, almost kind of phasery.
Yeah, it does have a kind of a phaser effect, and it has some built-in preamp, but we're not going there. We're not going there right now.
Talking about
yeah. Well, we could talk about pedals all day too, but
oh yeah.
So just to wrap it up, everybody, that is the Mojotone Studio One. It's a 1-watt all-tube amplifier kit that you can buy from Mojotone.com. You build it yourself, and you pick out a cab for it or a head shell for it, and you're ready to rock on stage or in the studio, and you're not going to be busting anybody's eardrums out.
That's right, yeah, and I think we demonstrated today it covers a lot of very usable sounds.
Yeah, if you've got the tools to elevate this amp, you can pretty much use it as an irreplaceable studio tool, especially with a good aux box application or Captor X 2 notes. Now, I would consider this an amp that could live on the desktop right by your interface and your whatever capture box you're using, or IR that you're using. It does great with IRs. And if anybody's interested, the IR pack we were using today is the 2 notes vertical 212. It's called the One. So if you have a 2 notes Captor X, the cap is called the One. It's a vertical 212. I think next time we get together, we might use some cabs and use some microphones and kind of show some sound pressure effects with some of these speakers and cabs that we've got. But thank you guys for tuning in with us. We hope you learned a little bit about the Studio One, and we hope you had a good time. I had a great time.
Yeah, man, that was fun. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. Love checking out Mojotone stuff.
Yeah, Adam Carswell, everyone, and thanks again for coming up here on a Sunday, playing some guitar. What else? There's nothing better to do, man. Yeah, this is what it's all about. So. All right, well, I'm going to give you the chord. I'm going to let you play us out.
All right.
So I can shut this down. Would you like any pedals on, sir?
I mean, yeah, give me that fuzz.
You want clean or dirty channel?
Dirty.
All right. Boom.